She's pregnant. We're getting a divorce.
Get out now! That day, I was hit with the shocking truth that my husband and best friend had been having an affair for 10 years. My name is Miyuki. I'm a 38-year-old housewife. I've been married to Shohei for 15 years. I juggle housework and my job, making for a hectic daily routine. I have been on a business trip out of town, and today I came home for the first time in 3 days. I'm home! What? What is this? Clothes were strewn everywhere, trash was scattered on the floor, and dirty dishes were left on the table. I thought I had cleaned everything before leaving since I knew I'd be gone for a while. But in just 3 days, our house turned into a mess, making me dizzy.
You are late. Did you just get home?
Shohei, the room is a mess.
So what?
Can't you do some housework when I'm not here?
What? Housework is women's work. Why should I do it? Just clean up now that you are back.
Shohei believes men work and women do housework. He used to help a bit when we first got married, but now he leaves everything to me while he lounges around watching TV or playing games. I was getting fed up with being treated like a maid. Hey, Shohei. Oh, Miyuki, you're back. Oh, Akio, you're here. This is Akio, Shohei's mom, my mother-in-law. I heard you were away for a while, so I came to cook for Shohei. Oh, thank you. I always struggled with my mother-in-law, who still spoils Shohei like a child.
You know what, Mom? I come home exhausted from work, finally thinking I can rest, and Miyuki tells me to do housework.
Well, that's not good. Miyuki, it's a wife's job to support her husband. You shouldn't be making him do housework. Keeping Shohei in such a messy place is bad for his health, so clean it up quickly. But I just got back from a business trip too, and I'm tired. Can we at least share the chores? Oh, working is your choice, right? Just because you work doesn't mean you can neglect the housework. No way. It's true that I decided to keep working against Shohei's suggestion that I become a stay-at-home wife. I thought we'd have a more comfortable life financially if I didn't quit my job, but no matter how many times I explained it, a wife should never criticize her husband's earnings. It was like talking to a wall. Many times I wanted to escape this life, but even if I got a divorce, I had nowhere to go and no family to take me in. My mom died when I was a kid, and my dad, who raised me, passed away from illness a few years ago. Even if I gain freedom through divorce, I have to live alone for the rest of my life, and I couldn't make that decision. Besides, I still clung to the faint hope that Shohei might go back to being the kind person he once was. The next day, there, that should do it. Yesterday, there was no place to step, but at least I've cleaned enough to make it livable for now. Oh no, it's already this late? It was past 8 p.m., and Shohei usually would have been home long ago. If he's not back by this time. Just to be sure, I called Shohei's cell, but it was off. Again. Shohei often went out drinking with colleagues after work. I tried to understand it was part of his job, but over the past few years, he started staying out more, sometimes coming back only after dawn. Most times, like today, I couldn't reach him when I called, and he wouldn't contact me until he got home. I understood how important work connections were. I wasn't about to ask him to refuse all invitations and come straight home. That is, if it really was just work connections. You're home late.
I was out drinking with my boss. I couldn't just say, it's late, I'm going home.
At least let me know.
Stop nagging. I do what I want, when I want.
With that, Shohei threw his bag roughly at me. Ow!
I never should have married a nag like you. I'm going to sleep for a while, so don't wake me up.
With how often he was away and his phone being off, I started suspecting he was cheating. I hoped it was just my imagination, but even if he wasn't cheating, I couldn't stay with someone who kept treating me this way. A few days later, I discovered a shocking truth. Miyuki, long time no see! It's been a while. How have you been? This is Kanako. She's my best friend since school. She reached out asking if we could catch up, so Shohei and I met her. Actually, I'm pregnant! What? Really? Yeah, I wanted you to be the first to know, so I came here. I was surprised since she never mentioned a boyfriend, let alone getting married, but seeing my best friend so happy made me happy too. Congratulations! Kanako, you're pregnant! It's my boyfriend's child, and we're planning to get married soon. That's great. What's he like? When I asked, Kanako stood up and hugged Shohei's arm. It's him! Huh? We've been seeing each other behind your back all this time. Shohei is the father of my baby. I'm sorry, Miyuki. Stop joking around. This isn't a joke. I've been with him for about 10 years now. You never noticed, so I thought I'd finally tell you. 10 years? I suspected he was cheating, but I never imagined it was with my best friend. My world went dark.
No one would joke about something like this.
Shohei handed me divorce papers.
She's pregnant. Let's get a divorce.
Get out now! It seems they plan to kick me out and live in this house together. Shohei, are you here? Mother-in-law walked in like it was nothing, looking cheerful when she saw Shohei and Kanako. Look, I bought all these books. I need to study up since this is my first grandchild. Akio. Oh, Miyuki, you're still here? I thought you already left. You knew? You knew about the affair and the pregnancy? Of course I did. How could I not know? How can you be so calm about this? The mother-in-law said something unbelievable. What? Are you really that mad over just an affair? Just an affair? You need to forgive him. The person being cheated on has to be partly to blame, right? What? You're always working and never take care of Shohei. It's no wonder he lost interest in you. Plus, it's embarrassing for you to cause a fuss when it's your fault. Mother-in-law blamed me for not taking care of Shohei and said his cheating was my fault, not his. You've been married for over 10 years and never had kids. That's always been a problem. I've always said I wanted to see my grandkids soon. If you can't even give me that, you deserve to be kicked out. Hearing my mother-in-law say such cruel things made me realize how foolish I'd been trying to get along with her and Shohei. Fine, I'll divorce Shohei and leave this house. Shohei seemed a bit surprised at how easily I agreed, but I went to my room, packed my things, and left quickly. I headed to a nice apartment. After placing my bags on the floor, I sighed with relief. It's a good thing I rented this place. I felt it was impossible to keep living with Shohei due to his abusive words and actions, so I had rented this apartment to ensure I wouldn't be homeless if I left. I prepared to waste a few months' rent, but I didn't think I'd need it so soon. I agreed to the divorce, but I won't forgive what they did. Just as I thought that, it's a call from Kyoya. Kyoya is my junior colleague. He's always cheerful, hardworking, and very fond of me. Hello, Kyoya?
I'm sorry for the sudden call. Do you have a moment to talk?
Yes, I do. He wanted to confirm something and asked if we could meet and talk. I wasn't in the best mood after everything, but it sounded important. I decided to meet him at a nearby cafe.
I'm sorry for calling you out suddenly.
It's okay. What did you want to talk about? Kyoya looked determined as he started talking, and then told me something shocking.
Do you know this person?
Kanako? In the photo he showed me, there was Kanako with an unfamiliar man. What's this photo about?
This is a picture of my brother with his fiancée.
Fiancé? What's going on? Kanako has been having an affair with Shohei for 10 years.
Kanako was dating my brother with the intention of getting married.
What? He explained that when Kanako found out she was pregnant, his brother was overjoyed. But soon after, she broke off the engagement and left him.
I couldn't forgive her, so I started looking for her.
Kyoya showed me more photos. What's this?
I got these photos with the help of a private investigator. Kanako works as a hostess at a high-end club. She gets involved with several men there, promising marriage and getting them to give her money and gifts.
I was speechless hearing about Kanako's past, but one photo caught my eye. Shohei. It was a picture of Shohei and Kanako walking together, looking very close. Kyoya had learned about their relationship and decided to tell me.
I'm sorry, I've been struggling with whether or not to tell you, but I couldn't ignore what was going on between your husband and Kanako.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm planning to divorce him anyway.
What?
I explained to Kyoya everything that had happened. He was shocked but listened to the whole story.
I can't believe this.
I'm sorry to burden you with this, but I can't just quietly agree to the divorce and let them get away with everything. Kyoya, will you help me get back at them?
Of course. You've done so much for me, and I can't forgive what they have done to you. I'd do anything to help.
Thank you. The next day, I went to Shohei's place under the pretense of picking up my things.
Grab your stuff and get out already.
Yeah, we don't ever want to see your face again. Don't worry, I'll leave soon. I don't want to stay here with you two either. Ignoring their continued rudeness, I brought up the main issue. So when are you planning to move out this apartment? What are you talking about?
We're not moving out.
So you're planning to stay here? That means you have a way to pay the rent without me, right? Rent? Kanako asked with a confused look. The apartment Shohei rented is expensive, costing hundreds of thousands in rent each month. With my income, we managed to pay it, but there's no way Shohei could afford it alone. He's always been spoiled and has a warped sense of money. I had suggested moving to a cheaper place, but he refused, saying he'd be laughed at by his colleagues. He's always more concerned about others' opinions than his own or his family's well-being. I knew that even after the divorce, Shohei's personality wouldn't change easily.
Kanako makes way more money than you. Of course she can easily pay the rent.
Shohei said this with a smug look, completely oblivious to how pathetic he sounded. What? So you were counting on my income from the start? I married you because you said I wouldn't have to worry about money.
You're my wife, so spending money on me is normal.
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't work my butt off to support you. Hearing their argument, mother-in-law rushed in, looking alarmed. Hey, what's going on? I heard something about money. In a dual-income marriage, it's normal to share expenses. Why is that a problem? Are you in some kind of financial trouble? When I asked this, Kanako visibly panicked. No, that's not it. As she tried to explain, the intercom suddenly rang.
It's our first time meeting in person, Kanako. Do you know who I am?
I had asked Kyoya to come a bit later, so he wouldn't arrive with me to pick up my things.
Kanako, who the hell is this guy? You better not be cheating on me.
What? I don't know him. Who are you?
I'm Takeru's brother, the man you were engaged to.
Takeru? At the mention of his name, Kanako turned pale.
What? Engaged? What's going on? She was engaged to my brother, but after taking a lot of money and gifts from him, she broke off the engagement and disappeared. What? And
Kyoya spread several photos on the table.
no way! She dated multiple men, promising marriage and getting them to give her money and gifts. We even doubt that Shohei is the father of her baby.
Kanako, is this true? We were so excited about having a grandchild, and now you're telling me it might not be Shohei's? Mother-in-law hysterically confronted Kanako, who looked desperately at Shohei. But Shohei said he loved me.
What? If I had known you were this kind of woman, I would never have been with you.
No! Realizing Shohei didn't love her, Kanako slumped in defeat. But then Shohei said something that made me question my ears.
I'm breaking up with Kanako and getting back with Miyuki.
What? I glared at Shohei, who casually suggested getting back together despite everything he'd done.
You liked this apartment, right? It's a nice place. And if we get back together, we won't have to worry about losing it.
What is he talking about? That's a great idea. Miyuki, you're 38, right? You can still have kids, so you should reconcile quickly. Shohei wanted to stay in the apartment, and Akiyo wanted to have grandchildren. How could they think I'd agree to their selfish plans? I refuse.
What?
You yell and throw things when you're mad. You cheated on me, then kicked me out to marry your affair partner. And you think I'd come back to you?
But holding on to the past won't help. Let's start over.
Don't you get it? I never want anything to do with you again. There's no way we're getting back together.
What?
Shohei, Kanako, you'll both be paying me alimony.
Alimony?
No way! And from now on, communicate with me through my lawyer. I don't ever want to hear from you again.
Wait, Miyuki. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please reconsider.
Yeah, Shohei is apologizing so much. You should at least listen to him. Miyuki, we're best friends, right? You wouldn't really take money from me, would you?
You are all saying such convenient things. Apologizing, talking about friendship. You should realize you are the ones who pushed Miyuki to this decision. What? What did you say?
Kyoya, thanks for standing up for me. In all the years we were married, did any of you ever listen to me? Whether Shohei leaves this apartment or struggles financially, it's not my problem. I'm not getting back with him, and I don't consider Kanako my friend anymore. There's nothing more to say, so I'm leaving. Turning away from them, I walked out of the apartment with Kyoya. Kanako eventually gave birth, but a DNA test revealed the baby wasn't Shohei's, and they soon broke up. Shohei couldn't pay the rent and was evicted. He struggled at work, made mistakes, and couldn't handle the gossip from his colleagues, so he quit. He moved back home and struggled to find a new job. To pay my alimony, he now works part-time jobs around the clock. The stress of this difficult life led to constant fights with mother-in-law. She was shocked by the crack in her relationship with Shohei and now lives a reclusive life. After giving birth, Kanako returned to working at a high-end club to pay off her debts and my alimony. But several men she had conned reported her to the police for fraud. Her child was sent to live with her parents and Kanako was soon arrested. As for me, I found a fulfilling life free from my husband and mother-in-law. Thank you for helping me before, Kyoya. Thanks to you, I could finally confront them.
Oh, it was nothing, really.
No, you were a great support. Can I thank you somehow?
Really? Then how about we have dinner together sometime? There's a new restaurant by the station I have been wanting to try.
Sure, I promise.
Great!
Until recently, my days with my husband were miserable and full of hurt, but now I'm truly glad to be free from him. No one is holding me back anymore. I have a supportive junior colleague.
As I savor my newfound peace and freedom, I promise myself to live my life for me from now on.